Earlier this week, our friends from the University of Illinois Wildlife Medical Clinic stopped by with their top tips when it comes to finding baby critters in your yard. Take a look.
Well, with spring comes the arrival of baby critters, but do you know what you should do if you happen upon a critter uncaged in your backyard? Here now from the Wildlife Medical Clinic are Jacob Dalen and Sydney Oliveira. Welcome, guys.
Hello.
So, great question. What do you do? I mean, it's springtime and you're walking outside finally. The weather's warm, but you see a little baby animal in the grass.
Yeah, so I think the most important thing first is to always watch the animal. A lot of times when you see a baby animal, you might think, oh, I need to save that animal. But a lot of times the mother's sitting right around the corner and watching you. So it's really important to make sure that there's no injuries or anything and just leave that baby alone for a little bit to see if the mom comes back. Okay,
so the first step, I guess, would be just to kind of pay attention, observe. Don't feel necessarily that you have to jump in and intervene.
Yep.
Exactly.
So I guess my question is, sometimes you do need to intervene. How do you know when?
Yeah, so if you see any obvious injuries to the animal, like blood coming out of them, or if they have illness, so they might be cold, lethargic, so not moving around a lot, you might even see like discharge from their eyes or nose, anything like that. And if you saw mom get hit by a car or something happen to mom where she's not around and you witness that, that's a good reason for you to step in and help those individuals.
Awesome. Now let's talk about if we do need to intervene, what are just some good practical pieces of advice, like to stay safe, keep the animal safe and keep yourself safe?
Yeah, I would say that always wear gloves, always protect yourself. So you can wear either exam gloves or you can use garden gloves if they have some teeth. And then always wrap that animal in a towel, put it in a cardboard box for that transport.
Is there ever a situation where you should just make a phone call instead of trying to intervene yourself?
Yeah, absolutely. If it's something that's dangerous, like a carnivore, say like a coyote or a fox or something like that, that's a little larger too and more mobile, you're going to want to call, and you might need some assistance catching that individual too. So,
awesome.
Yep.
Awesome. Yeah, stay away from the teeth.
Yes.
Don't want to make the situation
Yes.
worse.
Yep.
Now, where do you take this animal if there is an issue?
Yeah, there's a few different places. So here in Champaign, we have the Wildlife Medical Clinic over at the University of Illinois, so that's a good resource. But if you are out of town or in a different area of the state, you can go on wildlifeillinois.org, and there's a list of local rehabbers there that can help guide you as well.
Awesome. And I know, I want to point out, because baby animals especially are so cute,
yes,
that kids a lot of times just feel, you know, I know adults do, but especially kids want to go and touch them and feel them, and, you know, not a good idea. It's always smart to just take a minute, observe, teach your kids not to intervene until they know how to do so in a safe way with an adult.
Right, and when you're transporting them to us as well, try not to handle them too much, try not to talk when you're in the car with them. We want to be as hands-off as possible, that way it keeps them wild and they feel safe. So, and keeping them warm and also in a dark environment also does that as well. So
awesome. Well, we only have a minute left, but I do know that there's some animals where you may find them out in the grass, and actually that's part of their process of growing up.
Yep.
So I think, what is it, the great horned owls and the chimney swift?
Yeah, so a lot of different bird species, as they're fledging the nest or leaving the nest, you might see them kind of awkwardly on the ground, so they need to learn how to walk before they learn how to fly. So you might see them on the ground, and they'll even, like in this image, that great horned owl is posturing with its wings forwards. He's trying to make himself look as large as possible and scary so that you're staying away from him.
He's doing what he's supposed to do.
Yep, but it is completely natural for them to be on the ground, wandering around for a day or two. Mom's nearby still feeding them, and if you see them like that, just, you know, observe them and they should be fine. So
awesome. First step is use your eyes, pay attention, see what's going on, because they might not necessarily need help. Well, this is fantastic. 'Tis the season to just be aware of the wildlife around you and step in a safe way if you need to. Thanks so much for being with us. For all of the Wildlife Medical Clinic tips, we're going to connect you with them after today's show at our website on ciLiving.tv.